Hello everyone. So for this week, what you guys are going to be doing is writing the equation of all lines. I'll definitely review this with you as we go. Just like last week. By the way, it's one assignment for the whole week. And remember, Monday the 25th is Memorial Day, so this is really just a 4-day week. We're just assigning 15 problems for the whole week. It's one assignment. I don't want to overwhelm you guys. One assignment the whole week. All right. First thing you have to do when you have 2 points is you have to find the slope. Creature of habit, so I'm going to write the second one underneath the first one. You're doing y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So I'm going to write those subtraction symbols in first, and then I'm going to just work down. Negative 7, 3, and 0, 8. Okay? So that's negative 10 over negative 8. Both are negative, so it becomes positive, and a 2 reduces out of both of these. So the slope is 5/4. So y is equal to 5/4 x plus b, and then I'm going to choose one of these to fill in. The one that has a 0 is nice because 0 is usually easiest to work with. Now I know both those are positive. This one will work, but I like using ones that have zeros in it because there's really no arithmetic that's going to happen. Okay, now personal choice, but you guys can use either one of these 2 points. I'm going to go after this one. This is your x, this is your y. Y is negative 7 is equal to 5/4 times 0 plus b. Remember, anything times 0 is 0. So it's negative 7 is equal to 0 plus b. There's nothing to move over. So it's negative 7 is equal to b. So your final answer, y is equal to 5/4 x, either plus a negative 7, or you guys can write y is equal to 5/4 x minus 7. Same thing, either one. Okay? So that's just a review of last week. Now this week, what's going to be new is you have the addition of either a horizontal or a vertical line. So to review with you, so that's your y-axis, this is your x-axis. If I have a horizontal line, the slope is 0. If you have a vertical line, this is your y, this is your x. If you have a vertical line, okay, I almost should erase that because I'm embarrassed. All right. Okay. Try this again. That's a little off track again. Okay, vertical line. Come on, draw a vertical line here. Oh, that's pretty bad. All right, sorry, it's the slate. All right, the slate is the tool I'm using to do this with. Okay, I'll blame it on the technology, not on me. All right, this is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. What I need you to notice is these only cross the y-axis, this only cross the x-axis. Let me back up over here. This one, if I were to graph it, your y-intercept is negative 7, so somewhere down there, and your slope is 5/4, so up 5 over 4. Your line, what I want you to notice is it crosses both the x and the y-axis. So it has both letters. It crosses both axes, crosses the y-axis here, the x-axis it's crossing right there. So it has both letters. So on these, if it only crosses the y, it only has the y. So like, I'm just going to make it up. How about that's a 5? So this would just be y equals 5. Let's say it's crossing here at 6. It only crosses the x, so it only has the x. X equals 6. It only has the letter for the axis it crosses. The one thing I failed to mention here, this has a slope of 0. All horizontal lines have a slope of 0. vertical lines, the slope is undefined. That's an N, by the way. It's undefined because, and I'll walk you through why it's undefined. So first thing you have to do is find the slope. First thing you have to do is find the slope. If it's 0, that's what your equation will look like. The first thing you do is find the slope. If it's undefined, that's what your equation will look like. That's what you need to take away from this. If the slope is 0, it's only y equals. If the slope is undefined, it's only x equals. So here goes. First thing you're going to do is find the slope. This one underneath that one. It doesn't matter which one goes under. And again, I'm doing that because I'm a creature of habit. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I'm going to fill this in, drawing the subtraction signs first. Negative 7, negative 7. 2 negatives in a row make a positive. Negative 3, 8. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0. Negative 3 minus 8 is negative 11. If you're not sure what this is worth, type it in your calculator. And your calculator is going to tell you 0. I have no pieces of that number. So I have no pieces, I'll make it easier. I have no pieces of 2. Well, that's where 0. My slope is 0. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't use this format. It's y is equal to some number. What's that number? Check it out. That's the y value, and notice it's the same number in both of them. When the y values are the same, your slope is going to be 0. And if the slope is 0, it's just y equals negative 7. Okay? We'll review these in a second. This one, the first thing you have to do is find the slope. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. These are the x's, these are the y's. You draw the fraction bar with the 2 subtraction signs and fill them in. 8, 3, 5, and 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. Lots of 5's in this problem. 5 minus 5 is 0. If you pick up your calculator and type 5 divide 0, the calculator will tell you error. That means slope is undefined. You can't divide by 0. Let's say this is where I'm starting, that point. Rise 5, but don't run. Notice it's a vertical line. It's only crossing the x-axis. Where is it crossing the x-axis? At 5. So your answer is x equals, only crossing the x. X equals 5. And you're done. It does not use this formula. It can't use this formula for it. It only has an x because the line only crosses the x. Okay? If you recognize the x's are the same, you can skip all this work and just go, oh, the x's are the same? So then x equals 5 and you're done. You don't have to do all this work. Writing the equation of a horizontal and vertical line are easier if you recognize, hey, the y's are the same. That means this thing's going to be horizontal, so it fits this formula. If you want, quick graph it. Negative 3, negative 7. Negative 3, negative 7. Somewhere down there. 8, negative 7. 8 over, 7 down. Notice that's a horizontal line. It's only crossing the y-axis. Where is it crossing? At negative 7. Okay. So let's jump to 2. Notice these are the same. xy, xy. When the y's are the same, it's going to be a horizontal line. To prove it to you, I'll graph it. 4 over, 3 down. 5 over, 3 down. It's a horizontal line. So it fits the format because it only crosses the y. Y equals some number. Well, what's that number? negative 3. You don't have to graph it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to remember if the y's are the same, oh, it's just y equals negative 3. This one, you go, oh, the x's are the same. So it's vertical. X equals negative 6. And you're done. There's nothing more to do. You can go ahead and find the slope if you want. So y's, negative 6, negative 6. It goes positive. It's 0. Took me a minute there. 9 minus 0 is 9. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. I can't divide by 0. So the slope is undefined. When your slope is undefined, it's a vertical line. So you just have x equals negative 6. But again, you don't have to go through all that work. If you just recognize when the x's are the same, it's x equals some number. When the y's are the same, it's just y equals some number. Now just to go back, don't forget you still have this type of problem with this type of answer. Right? Otherwise, that's all you guys need to know for this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to see you guys in office hours. Thanks for your time.